Thanks for joining today's session. I am Tarang, one of the technical support engineer at McAfee, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to upgrade network security platform sensor via manager and via TFTP too. So to begin with, first check the current sensor software version. We'll log into our sensor and execute show command. So my current sensor version is 91563 and I want to upgrade to 925163. Before upgrading, first check the release notes of the version to which you want to upgrade. In this case, we want to upgrade to 925163. So we'll check the release notes to verify if a direct upgrade path is supported or not. So here are the release notes of 925163 and we will check if our current sensor version, that is 91563, is mentioned here or not. Okay, so we can see 91563 here and a direct upgrade path is supported. Then we will navigate to manager and we'll download this software on the NSM. Navigate to manager, download device software. Our model is NS7200. So we have to download the software for 7200. So find NS7200 here and download 925163 software from here. I have already downloaded the software, that's why this field is grayed out. You can click on the left icon and can download the software using the download icon. Since I have already downloaded the software, it's getting populated here. Before upgrading, verify one more thing. Execute status command and make sure the health of the sensor is good. If the health of the sensor is bad, first address that issue and then proceed towards the upgrade. Another thing to validate is the trust. As we are using Network Security Manager to push the software on the sensor, we have to make sure the trust is up. As we have downloaded the software here, we will navigate to Devices tab, select the sensor to which we want to upgrade. Using the Summary tab, you can see the sensor software, chipset, and other things. This will also validate that the trust is up. So using the Summary tab, you can also validate the trust. In case if the information is getting populated here, that means the trust is good. And you can push the sensor software or the signature set from the manager to the sensor. So to deploy the software, go to Maintenance tab, deploy device software, select the software which you want to deploy, click on upgrade, so the segments are generated and now the software file is getting transferred to the sensor. Once you deploy the sensor software, chipset file also goes along with the same. So in case if you are having trouble in deploying the signature set, if the chipset deployment is getting failed, the software deployment will get failed too. So in that case, you can use the TFTP way for upgrading the sensor. Now it's asking me to reboot, so either I can reboot from here or we can check the status. You can see it's saying reboot required. You can also check, since it's a NS series sensor, so the image came here. So either I can reboot it from here or I can reboot it from the GUI. So I'll just reboot from here. We'll wait for a while. Once the sensor comes up, we will check the sensor software version once again to check if it is upgraded or not. So after 10 to 12 minutes, you can re-log in on the sensor and validate the sensor software. So as you can see, we have successfully upgraded the sensor using NSM. Now, in the second method, we are going to upgrade the sensor using TFTP. So for demonstration purposes, I am downgrading the sensor to 92563 quickly. So in case if you want to know how to downgrade the sensor, there is a KB available called KB 70542. So this will tell how to downgrade a sensor. Now, as this is a NS series sensor, I was having show saved image command available, whereas in M series sensor, you don't have this command. So for downgrading the sensor, you can either load the image from the TFTP and then downgrade, and refer the KB which I just showed in case if you want to downgrade your sensor. The only difference is you have to perform a reset config. As we are downgrading, this makes sure that none of the old software files is available. Once the sensor comes up on 91563, we will again upgrade the sensor using TFTP. Okay, after some time, post 10 to 15 minutes, we will relog into the sensor. Let's check the software version. So as you can see, the sensor is downgraded to 91563, and now we will upgrade the sensor using TFTP. So in case there is a case where the trust is not established and you want to upgrade the sensor using TFTP, you can use this method. So I have my TFTP server configured on 172.16.225.216. So let's download sensor software 925.163 on this TFTP server. So I'm using mention 1 to download the same. You may or may not be having access of this site, so please use the download site for downloading sensor softwares or manager software. It is highly recommended to use the product download site. Okay, let's navigate to sensor software updates, NS series, NS7200, 9.2 and 925.163. So I have downloaded this file here. We have to extract, first rename the file to .zip and then extract the contents to a folder. So you might see a .jar file. In that case, rename the file to .zip and extract the contents of the file. When you will extract the contents, you will see this folder. This is the file which we have to use for our upgrade. So we will copy it and we will paste the same in the root folder. So I'm having my root folder at CTFTP. So we'll go to the root folder, downloads, C TFTP, and we'll paste the extracted file here. We can delete this. So I'm having my TFTP server at 172.16.225.216. Let's set the same on the sensor. The command will be set TFTP server IP 172.16.225.216. To verify the ping connectivity, you can use the ping command. Okay, we can see the connectivity looks good. Now we have to copy the file name and we need to paste the same here. Post mentioning .image TFTP and paste the copied sensor file name. You can go back on the TFTP server to check the status. You can see here that it got a GET request of the file. One more thing, I have used this TFTP server for the demonstration, but you can use any TFTP server of your choice, provided the desired ports which is needed in between the sensor and the TFTP server should be open. Okay, the image has been applied successfully. Now if you will check the status, it will show us required software upgrade. So in the reboot status, it will say sensor reboot is required. So we will reboot the sensor, and once the sensor comes up, it will come up with 925.163. Post 10 to 15 minutes, you can re-log in on the sensor and can verify the software version. So as you can see, the sensor has been updated successfully to 925.163. In this video, we have seen how to upgrade the sensor using manager and how to upgrade the sensor via Tftp in case when the manager connectivity is not there. One more thing, in case if you are having a Windows based manager, you can install the Tftp server on the manager itself, provided the desired ports should be open. Thank you.